Warning, censorship.
So what does Ontario's Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Kieran Moore, do for an encore after laying down the rules for Thanksgiving, which is now called Vax-giving by Toronto Mayor John Tory? Well, Dr. Kieran has now come up with the rules for Halloween. First rule, Dr. Kieran recommends kids trick-or-treat outside as much as possible. No, folks, he actually said that.
Trick or treating should take place outdoors as much as possible. Be creative. Fashion a face covering into your Halloween costume design.
Trick or treat outside. Second, do not ask trick-or-treaters to sing or shout for their treats. So I guess we must now whisper, trick or treat. Or maybe make use of sign language. Third, keep interactions with trick-or-treaters short and encourage them to move along after receiving their treats. Oh, you don't say, Dr. Kieran. What a bummer. You see, I usually invite little kids into my house on Halloween. You know, I want to know all about their life stories, and I want them to hang around as long as possible, or at least until the search party is formed. And finally, Dr. Kieran wants trick-or-treaters to wear a face covering when physical distancing cannot be maintained. Oh, and he wants us to, quote, be creative, end quote, with masking. Oh, you want creative, Doc? You've come to the right place, because I have now made it my mission to make the safest costume possible in order to save the small fries of our great Dominion. Come on, let's take this outside. Okay, folks, step one in creating our uber-safe Halloween mask is, of course, using PPE masks, you know, the kind of which Dr. Fauci originally advised us against wearing. Then he said you should mask up, and to be extra safe, 2 or even 3 masks would do the trick. So who are we to argue with Dr. Fauci? So let's do a triple play of PPE masks. One. And 2. This one here, this is my favorite mask for obvious reasons. Now, the second step in creating a super safe Halloween mask, well, it's these guys. Now, I want to be very clear about something, folks. This is not part of the actual Halloween costume. This is more PPE. As you can see, these are Groucho glasses. They go back some 80 years. Who knew that Groucho Marx was ahead of the curve? Do you remember back in March when Mexican researchers said that if you're going to eat, take off your mask but put a nose guard on, because that could help reduce the spread of the coronavirus?
Es un padecimiento muy contagioso. Puede ocurrir por cualquiera de estas 3 vías.
Yeah, so there you have it. These are nose guards in case I have to remove my mouth mask for a snack. Now, to be extra careful, oops, as you can see, it's falling off, but we have a solution to that. We are going to apply, folks, the modern day miracle that is Saran wrap. Okay, so as you can see now, folks, the nose guard is firmly in place, and this plastic is even preventing the coronavirus from escaping my pores. So, but don't worry, we still have a few more steps yet. For example, a plastic face shield. Okay, so we got the 3 cloth masks, we got the nose guard, we got the saran wrap, and we have the plastic shield. I think at this point, we can actually put on the Halloween mask. I like to go as a skeleton. Okay, now, there's no such thing as being too safe, is there? So I think over my skeleton mask, the actual Halloween mask, well, another face shield. Voila! I think I'm ready to trick or treat. There's just one slight problem. I'm visually impaired right now. I'm not sure where the door is. Trick or treat. Oh. So I think next year I'm gonna go as a far more scary creature than a skeleton. Namely, I'm gonna get a costume that makes me look like a chief medical health officer. Ooh, talk about scary. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies.
Folks, can you imagine? Vaccine passports are a fact of life in Canada. Do you think that's right, to have medical apartheid? Well, I sure don't. If you can, please go to fightvaccinepassports.com. That's fightvaccinepassports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.